the last warrior of Edinburgh. Once, nestled between emerald hills and whispering forest, there stood the peaceful village of Edinburgh. Its fields yielded golden harvests, its streams sang with crystal clarity, and its people thrived under the watchful gaze of the gods. Among its warriors was a young man named Cale, strong of arm, fierce of heart, and loyal beyond measure. But peace rarely lasts forever. One bitter dawn, the sky darkened with smoke as the enemy swept down from the north, brutal men from the village of Dunhoad, who envied Edinburgh's prosperity. Their war horns blared like thunder, and their swords were stained crimson before the sun could rise. Edinburgh's walls fell. Its houses burned. Its people scattered or died. Cale fought like a beast possessed. His blade sang as he cut down man after man. But numbers overwhelmed him. When the smoke cleared, Cale stood alone amidst the ruins of his home, bleeding and breathless. Edinburgh, the land of his fathers, was no more. Rage burned in Cale's chest. His heart swore revenge, but vengeance alone could not reclaim his land. For days he wandered, lost in despair, until a royal summons changed his fate. King Edric of the Southern Realm called all surviving warriors to his great hall. There, beneath towering banners and gleaming steel, the king spoke. "Hear me, brave sons of the fallen. Dunhoad grows bold, and soon they will come for our kingdom. But they have made a mistake, they have stirred the wrath of the warrior spirit. I seek a champion who will strike back and burn Dunhoad to ash. Let the bravest among you rise, and to him I promise this, the hand of my only daughter, Princess Elira, and half the lands of Dunhoad when victory is won." The hall trembled with the roar of eager men. Every warrior dreamed of glory, of kingship, of marrying the fair princess whose beauty was spoken of across the lands. But only Cale stepped forward with fire in his eyes and hatred in his blood. "I will go," he said. His voice rang through the hall like iron striking stone. "I have lost everything to Dunhoad. I have nothing left but vengeance. Let me be your sword, your majesty." The king studied him. "What is your name, warrior?" "Cale of Edinburgh." The silence fell. Whispers stirred. Edinburgh was gone, its warriors slain or scattered. But this one had survived. "Very well, Cale of Edinburgh," said the king. "Lead my army. Strike Dunhoad. If you return victorious, you shall have the hand of Princess Elira and your vengeance." Cale bowed, his heart hammering like a war drum. The days that followed were filled with fire and steel. Cale gathered the fiercest warriors from every corner of the kingdom. He trained them in the art of war, teaching them the fury of the dispossessed. His eyes gleamed with purpose. His sword thirsted for retribution. When the time came, Cale led his army north, across rivers and mountains, to the dark gates of Dunhoad. The enemy laughed when they saw him, one man daring to march against their might. But Cale did not laugh. Under his command, his warriors struck like wolves at the throat. They burned the granaries, poisoned the wells, and shattered supply lines. Cale himself slew the Dunhoad captain in single combat, cutting the man down before his own gates. Fear spread like plague among the enemy. On the 7th day of siege, Cale led the final assault. Walls crumbled beneath battering rams. Fire rained from catapults. The enemy broke, running like rats before the flood. Cale stood on the ashes of Dunhoad, his blade red with victory. The village that had destroyed his home now lay in ruins, its power broken, its pride shattered. When he returned to the southern kingdom, the people hailed him as a hero. Songs were sung of Cale the Avenger, last warrior of Edinburgh, who had crushed the enemy with fire and fury. King Edric kept his word. In the great hall, before nobles and warriors alike, Cale was honored. Princess Elira herself, radiant and gentle, placed a golden circlet upon his brow. "You have avenged your village," she whispered. "And won more than a crown of steel. You have won a place in history." Cale took her hand, his heart stirred not by vengeance, but by hope. For though Edinburgh was gone, a new life awaited him, not as a broken warrior, but as a prince, a husband, and a legend. And so Cale of Edinburgh became the man who lost everything and gained the world.